Hey guys, it's me, EODGamer here, and in this video, we're gonna be doing our thing that we do every single banner for the new character. Is the banner character worth it? In this case, is Huohuo worth it for your account? Now, if you guys realize, some of you loyal viewers of the channel realize that I usually post this a couple of days after she's released, but I wanted to actually talk to a lot more people first to get a general sensing of how other people are feeling this character. To put it very honestly, and I think I'm not representative of every single player in the game because I do have many characters. If you are like me, you have many healers already like Luota, you have Fucc very well built, both already very well invested. You have Lynx, you have Natasha, you even have Jett and Bailu. I think accounts like this, and that's how I felt initially, but I held it off, that's why I didn't make it so quickly this video. I don't think you will really benefit much from this character if you have so many sustain units already. Granted, I think she's a very solid healer, has a lot of cleansing, very offensive kit as well. We already did another video talking about Luota and her, how they compare if you're thinking of picking either one up. Check that video out, it's besides the point of this video. But my honest recommendation, if you already have like so many healers and sustain units, I don't think she's very necessary, and in my opinion, I wouldn't have put her if I wasn't a content creator either. So that is like the huge caveat and how I was feeling. But after speaking to a lot of people, and also why I wanted to talk to more people on our Discord as well, you can join us in the link below in the description if you want to chat with us as a community. But after speaking to a lot more people who maybe just joined recently, people that don't have Luota, they skipped him or joined after, maybe they don't have Fucc, or maybe they only have like one major sustain unit because you're a very new player like Jett, Bailu. In this case, I think that Huohuo offers a very good solid kit, very similar to likes of Luota in a sense, or even Fucc for a solo sustain if you're just looking for one character to basically sustain the entire team. I think that she is good enough in the same category in leagues of Fucc, Luota as well as Huohuo. Out of these three, probably you just need to choose two. Or even one out of these three is possible, especially if you are running a very strong Jett or Bailu in the second half. A lot of us, when we are playing a game, we will much prefer to have new flashy DPSs like Jingliu, like Imbibitor Lune. Maybe you really like Kafka's design, and don't let meta force you to deviate away from your strategy. If you already have one of them, I think Huohuo is not super necessary. But of course, the next part I want to talk about is her healing. I think it's very incredible. So I have like, some characters here, and I'm going to go in and test this domain here. I'm just going to feed some of them trash so that we can lower their life a little bit, so that we can see a bit of her sustain if any of you are wondering how is it like. So let me just feed some trash to Kafka. I'm just going to feed them all some trash so that they can drop down a bit of HP, and we can see how she is going as well. My characters don't want to eat trash. Come on, Zila, eat some trash. Okay, so all of them have trash eaten. And what am I working with, and what are we basically working? I am running a 124% energy restoration rate. If any of you who have this character and want to know how to optimize this number, what is the best number, because it's really depending on your account, what light cone you're using, check out the energy restoration build guide video I have on her. I do an in-depth calculation for every single situation that you can think of a good rotation to have. This is what I'm running. I'm running a 7k HP with 166 speed, which is quite fast. Relics, I'm running just a general set. There are better sets, as I'll talk about in my build guide video also, but this is what I'm running at this current point of time for this video. So let's go ahead in and just test and see some numbers, and maybe some of you can compare the healing and sustain to your own characters too. Let me just off this. So, very good amounts of energy burst regeneration. Let me just cast this ultimate real quick so that we can at least see how she benefits the rest of them. So quite a good amount of sustain here. If you just watch these globes here, then fill up. Good amounts of regen for the rest of the team. And if I heal, for example, let's just pump up Kafka real quick. It also splashes to the characters around. I'll just slow it down so we can see some numbers. So quite a decent amount, 2k and 1.6k, 1.6k on the side. I would say it's almost as much as a character, for example, like Luota. Let me just retreat real quick. I'll just swap up with a decently built Luota. I would say they're about the same on my account. If you want to like talk about exact numbers, I don't think it's definitely exact, but still both of them are similar in stats and investment for healing wise. So okay, let's smack something real quick. I want to see Luota's healing, so we can see here about 2k8 with his E. That's the one that does a lot of healing. Of course, his Feel also does a lot of passive healing on the side. But I would say that it's much better if Huohuo is like splash healing, whereas Luota is very, very good for instant heal. So you're really fine with either both of them, and that's what I'm saying. She also does a lot of cleansing, so if you're up against a lot of mobs that are starting to debuff you a lot, she has insane amount of cleanse, and that is because of her talent passive here. Whenever your ally uses an ultimate, you have this proc of heal, and whenever this divine provision is triggered, you also dispel 1 debuffs. Her skill also dispels a debuff too, which is very, very good. A huge amount of dispelling. So if you get more content, like for example the new mobs that are coming out, like this new boss over here, no story spoilers, I know some of you haven't completed the story too, but this new mob here also stuns quite a lot with the other ads that they summon, so we can see moving forward a lot more stun oriented, crowd control oriented debuffs coming into the game. I think in this case Huohuo is going to outperform in this aspect. So that is my honest review so far for the 2 types of people. The last question of course that we have is the people sitting on the fence. You maybe have either Luota already, and maybe you have like Jepard, Bailu. In this case, if you are half in between, you don't have 2 limited 5 stars yet. For example, if you're a person that has these 2, I think she can be skipped. You already have enough sustain, you don't really need to diversify into another healer unless you are very wealthy and you want every character in the game. If you have one of them, either one of these 2, I think that she's still going to add a lot of value to your account. She definitely, in my opinion, outperforms a character like Bailu, a bit more flexible to play than Jepard because she's a bit more offensive in her overall kit too. The limited 5 stars, in my opinion, are in a league of their own, Fucc, Luota as well as Huohuo, so you'll be fine with any 2 out of 3 of them. The question that I would have is, if you have 2 now, what if a new one comes out in future? Because we see that all the sustained characters are already so damn good. If a 4th one comes out that maybe gives you skill points and heals your team, I think that is another question that we want to ask. For the most part, I would highly recommend most people sit on the fence right now, if you already have either one of these 2 characters or maybe both of them as well, and look towards the future. Maybe Ruanmei might be better, a Harmony 5-star that could be quite attractive, or even a character like Argenti who's coming up in the second half, who is an erudition physical damage dealer, because other than Clara and Susang, we don't have many physical DPSs currently that can break a lot of enemy weaknesses, and if more monsters have physical weakness, I think he's going to add a lot of value, Argenti as well. And those are my honest opinions. If you appreciate such honest, biased thoughts as well, leave a comment below. I do this every single patch anyway, and thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.